What if one of the deadliest airplane crashes never happened? In 2009, Ace Airways flight struck a flock of geese and lost both engines over New York City. But instead of tragedy, it became known as the Miracle on the Hudson. The Miracle on the Hudson. On the morning of January 15th, 2009, U.S. Airways Flight 1549 prepared for takeoff from New York's LaGuardia Airport. It was a cold winter day, nothing unusual. The aircraft, an Airbus A320, had 150 passengers and 5 crew members. The destination was Charlotte, North Carolina, a short domestic flight. At the controls was Captain Chesley Sully Sullenberger, a highly experienced pilot with over 19,000 flight hours, alongside First Officer Jeffrey Skiles. Neither had any idea they were about to face one of the most critical tests in aviation history. On the morning of January 15th, 2009, U.S. Airways Flight 1549 prepared for takeoff from New York's LaGuardia Airport. It was a cold winter day, nothing unusual. The aircraft, an Airbus A320, had 150 passengers and 5 crew members. The destination was Charlotte, North Carolina, a short domestic flight. At the controls was Captain Chesley Sully Sullenberger, a highly experienced pilot with over 19,000 flight hours, alongside First Officer Jeffrey Skiles. Neither had any idea they were about to face one of the most critical tests in aviation history. Just 3 minutes after takeoff, climbing above the Bronx, the plane slammed into a flock of Canada geese. The massive birds were sucked into both engines, causing an almost complete failure. Suddenly, the cockpit filled with warning alarms. The engine sputtered, coughed, and went silent. The A320 was now a powerless glider over one of the most densely populated cities in the world. Passengers felt a terrifying silence, the hum of the engines gone. Many thought, asterisk, this is it. Sully and Skiles had less than 4 minutes to act. Air traffic control suggested turning back to LaGuardia or diverting to Teterboro Airport in New Jersey. But Sully quickly calculated they wouldn't make it. A turn back could send them crashing into skyscrapers. Teterboro was too far. They had one option left, an emergency landing on the Hudson River. It was a decision that went against every instinct of commercial aviation. Planes aren't designed to land on water. But Sully trusted his judgment. As the aircraft descended, Sully announced calmly over the intercom, "Brace for impact." Passengers grabbed their seats, many praying, some screaming. The aircraft skimmed the river's surface, skidding across the icy Hudson like a skipping stone. To everyone's shock, it stayed intact. Within seconds, water began to seep into the cabin. But the plane floated long enough for passengers to evacuate onto the wings and inflatable rafts. The media immediately called it the Miracle on the Hudson. Sully became a national hero, praised for his calm under pressure. The National Transportation Safety Board later confirmed his decision to ditch in the river saved lives. Simulations showed that if they had tried to return to an airport, the plane would have crashed in a populated area. Sully's instinct was right. The Miracle on the Hudson isn't just about one man's heroism. It's about training, teamwork, and human resilience. Today, pilots worldwide still study this event as a lesson in crisis management. It reminds us that even in the darkest moments, calm leadership and quick thinking can turn disaster into survival. So, what if Captain Sully hadn't been there that day? History might have told a very different story. Instead, it became one of aviation's most inspiring moments. Do you believe it was skill or destiny? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe to Iconic Journeys, where history's most dramatic moments come alive.